Let us now take another sutram which prescribes a avyaya bhava compound. Sutram here is 2.1.12. Appa pari bahiranshavaha panchamya. Vritti says va samasyante sovyayi bhavaha. So the vritti basically completes the meaning of the sutram. So what we have in total is that appa pari bahiranshavaha panchamya saha va samasyante sovyayi bhavaha, meaning the indeclinables upper, pari, bahis, as well as those ending in the verbal root anch. The dhatu partha listed as anchu gati pujanayoho in the bhavadikanaha, optionally compound with a padam ending in a fifth case affix to yield a avyayi bhavaha compound. Now why do we say optionally? Because we just studied the sutram 2.1.11 vibhasha. That adhikara sutram tells us that all the compounds prescribed by the rules below 2.1.11 are optional, meaning that we can also construct a sentence using the same terms as are in the compound to give the same meaning. Before taking some examples, let us look at the note here which says that apa pariyoge panchamyapang paribhi iti panchami vihita anchu tarpadayogepi anyarad ityadina vihitaiva vihita eva tenatra panchamya iti grahanam bahiryoge panchami bhavati iti jnapanartham. What this note is explaining is that why did Panini mention the term panchamya in the sutram? Because we already know by the sutram 2.3.10 panchamyapang paribhi that a fifth case affix is to be used following a pratipadikam nominal stem co-occurring with upper or pari. Similarly, the sutram 2.3.29 anyara ditararte dikshabdanchu तरपदाजाहि yukte prescribes a fifth case affix following a pratipadikam co-occurring with a compound word ending in the verbal root anja. So in short, if this sutram 2.1.12 did not contain the term bahis, then there was no need to say panchamya, because from 2.3.10 and 2.3.29 we already know that the connecting word must end in a panchami affix. Hence we can conclude that the mention of panchamya in this sutram 2.1.12 is to indicate that a fifth case affix is to be used following a pratipadikam nominal stem co-occurring with bahis. The fact that Panini is saying that bahis is compounding with a panchamyantam padam obviously implies that a fifth case affix is to be used following a pratipadikam co-occurring with bahis. The next note here says that the sutram 5.3.30 anche luk is used to form indeclinables avyayani ending in the verbal root ancha. Now this is not our present topic. We will study that sutram 5.3.30 anche luk when we study this topic of tadhitaha, which will be our next topic after we finish compounds. But since this sutram 2.1.12 is talking about avyayani ending in the verbal root anch, it is good to have some basic understanding as to how these indeclinables are formed. For example, consider the avyayam prak. Prak means prior or to the east of. We begin by applying the sutram 3.2.59 which we have studied. Ritvig dadhrik srag diggushniganchu yuji krinchancha. That sutram prescribes the affix quin following the verbal root anch when there is a subantam upapadam. So we take the upapadam para and compound it with the verbal root anch ending in the affix quin. Now the affix quin takes what is called as sarvapahara lopaha, because the ending nakaraha of quin is a it by halantyam, the beginning kakaraha is a it by lashakvatadhyate. Both of these take lopaha by tasya lopaha, and the ikaraha is ucharanarthaha, and finally by verapuktasya 6.167 the letter va also takes lopaha. So the affix quin is basically a 0. But by pratyaya lope pratyaya lakshanam we can still perform the operations based on the affix quin. The affix quin is a kith, so therefore by 6.4.24 aniditam hala upadhayaha kiniti, the nasal of anch takes lopaha. So now we have pra ach. By akastavani dirghaha we get prach. And because the affix quin was added, therefore by Queen pratyasya kuhu 8 to 62. The letter cha takes the ka vargadesha, letter ka, so we get the form prak. To this term prak, we add the affix astati by the sutram 5327, and that affix astati takes the look elision by 5330, unchair look. So finally we get the avyayam prak. How does it get the avyaya sanya? It gets the avyaya sanya by the sutram 1138. Taditascha sarva vibhakti. This is how the avyayam prak is formed. Again, this is not our main topic right now. Right now what we want to do is take this avyayam prak and form a avyabhavaha compound with it. Okay, let us take some examples here. Apa Vishnu, Parivishnu, Samsaraha, or optionally Apa Vishnoho or Pari Vishnoho Samsaraha, meaning Vishnum Varjayitva Samsaraha ityarthaha. So excluding Lord Vishnu is the circuit of worldly life, Samsaraha. The Alaukika Vigraha Vakyam is Vishnu Nyasi plus Apa or Pari. The compounding is prescribed by this sutram 2, 1, 12, because we do have the avyayam apa or pari with a panchamyantam padam Vishnu Nyasi. Now the note here says that as per 1488 apapari varjane, apa or pari has the designation karma pravachaniyaha here. Hence as per 2310 panchamyapang paribhe, a fifth case affix Nyasi is used following the pradipadikam Vishnu co-occurring with the karma pravachaniyaha apa or pari. Now as per the sutram 1243, prathama nidrishtam samasa upasarjanam, apa or pari gets the upasarjana sanya, because in the samasa vidhayaka sutram 2, 1, 12, the term apa pari bahiranchavaha ends in a first case affix prathamantam padam. Hence by 1243 apa or pari gets the designation upasarjanam, and as per 2230 upasarjanam purvam, it is placed in the prior position in the compound. Now apa or pari plus Vishnu Nyasi gets the designation pratipadikam by 1246 kritadita samasascha, because we have formed a compound. This allows 2471 to apply in the next step. 2471 is supo dhatu pratipadikayoho. So the sup affix Nyasi inside the compound takes the look elision, and we get the two forms apa Vishnu or pari Vishnu. Now we add the default prathama ekvachanam pratyayaha su to the compound apa Vishnu or pari Vishnu, and that su takes the look elision by 2482 avyadap supaha, because the avyabhavaha compound has a designation avyayam by 1141 avyabhavascha. Similarly, we can form the compound bahirvanam or optionally bahirvanat, outside the village. So also pragvanam or optionally the sentence Pragvanat, to the east of or prior to the village.